Principal Dr. Babhag, members of the organizing committee, and friends. I must first congratulate the think tanks of this great college, the Ismail Yusuf College, for very thoughtfully selecting an innovative theme like interdependence of literature, social sciences, and languages, and the implications of their interface for the future of our educational system. As we know, this system today is in a melting pot and is likely to undergo a great change in the near future. All the social sciences, which are as many as eight in our purview, and all the languages, which are equal in number, are under our consideration. They will all be facing soon a new, never seen before challenge. And in order to understand this challenge, we will have to seriously take into account what our futurologists have had to say on the future of mankind. To do this, we have to include the prognosis made by great authors, scientists, and thought leaders. We have to begin with H.G. Wells, the author of Time Machine, Will Durant, who wrote the Story of Philosophy, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Alvin Toffler, Ray Kurzweil, and many others who came after them. We must find out what they have to say. They predict that soon, within the next few decades, man will assume superhuman qualities and the entire society will have undergone a sea change in its lifestyle, culture, family structure, production system, environment, and universal knowledge which will be based on digital revolution. All social sciences, including those represented here today, like economics, sociology, psychology, philosophy, political science, history, ecology, and geography, will have to recast themselves in a new mold or a new framework. Similarly, all languages, including English, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Urdu, Arabic, Persian, and Chinese, Russian, French, and hundreds of other variants of languages, they will have to make massive adjustments in their styles. With invasion of words from different languages and intermingling of phrases and word sets, this is going to be a difficult proposition. Just as Hindi has today become Hinglish, all languages will assume new phraseology and apprehensively different structures. The gathering of scholars and researchers is expected to discuss interfaces between the various social sciences, literature, and of course languages. The conference will try to come to some conclusions regarding policy changes in teaching methodology, pattern of new curriculum, textbook writing, and the pedagogy that will suit future needs. All the researchers, educators, and scholars and the academic participants who have gathered here in this conference will have to pull their heads together and compromise with their diversified perspectives and find answers to known and unknown questions which will stare them in the face. Let me revert back to my earlier iteration. What the present day futurists have to say about the future society and lifestyle of people 2 or 3 decades later. 1. According to them, artificial intelligence will surpass human beings and in terms of their brain power. Secondly, machines will think, talk, and act better than normal humans. 3. Nano machines, which could be inserted into human brains to control incoming and outgoing signals, may come into existence. 4. Telepathic communication between persons or groups of persons may become possible. 5. Demand for HRD personnel will become entirely different, requiring large amount of new training or retraining. 6. Distance learning or home learning through electronic media may make schools and colleges redundant. Learning from home, like working from home, will become very common. 7. Human relations may undergo drastic changes. Aloofness may create more psychic patients due to changed family structures. 8. Flying cars may become common. Rail trains and buses may become battery driven, and use of drones may multiply. This may change our skylines and also our panorama. 9. Digital literacy may become a must, and all languages experts will have to adjust with the new requirements. So 10. Social networking will increase so much that nothing will remain a secret. All royalty rights, trademarks, and patent rights will become meaningless. Authors must take a serious note of this. 11. Nanotechnology and robotics will overpower other technologies, making our workplaces like and look very different. In the light of the above, the following questions need to be asked and seriously. Will so many languages survive under the onslaught of new age technologies? Secondly, will the different social sciences be able to retain their individuality and applicability also? Or they may merge with each other, at least marginally, to evolve hybrid disciplines. 3. How research will metamorphose itself in future is a question. Will it fall into the trap of too much of interface and lead to a state of confusion among disciplines? The deliberations in this conference will continue for a total of 3 days. Every participant will try to project his analysis of the present day situation. Ideas may conflict with each other, making convergence difficult. Some ideas or propositions may go tangent to the system visualized. We must all remember that a broad education policy framework is laid down by the Ministry of Education of the Government of India. Then, every state in the country and every university and school education board has to fill in the details as per its regional needs and aspirations of its people. While doing this, two kinds of conflicts arise. One is about choice of language of instruction. Every university desires to lay emphasis on the regional or local language. There is the conflict of scripts also. Roman, Devanagari, Arabic, Tamil, Kannada, and all other await better recognition. In future, therefore, transliteration may assume greater importance than visualized today. At present, Google Input Tools is providing this facility. If it becomes widely accepted, the future of Devanagari and all other regional scripts may become questionable due to lesser usage. India may be the only country where the constitution recognizes more than 14 languages as national languages, although Hindi is most used nationally. It is officially not recognized as the real national language. And what about English? We must listen carefully to the vocabulary used by our media, especially that by the broadcasters and anchors. So many foreign words are used by them. In short, there is a great intermingling of words in all languages, making our pundits, language pundits, restless. Before I conclude, I must tell you that I have intentionally kept my speech very brief. There is going to be lot of churning of ideas, and the resultant refreshingly new perspectives that you develop may lead you to revise your viewpoints. One last point. We must never forget that we have a more than 5,000-year-old civilization and the culture that goes with it. Our distant past was steeped in Sanatana Dharma traditions. We must find out how those people evolved their political, social, and economic systems, how they studied the planetary movements with their relatively limited means and constructed utensils. And they could build astronomy and Ayurveda as disciplines. In Mahabharata, they have mentioned the Kala Ganana, the time measurement, where the unit of time was a nimish. This was followed by Kastha, Kala, Muhurta, Ahoratra, Mahina, and Samvatsar, that means 1 year. They split the year in Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. I have briefly quoted this passage about Kalganana from Mahabharata to emphasize the point that Bharatvarsha has a very rich heritage, and we have to remember that we must carry the flag of our culture and our knowledge very high and to distant lands on this planet. I thank the organizers of this conference for having invited me here and given me this opportunity to talk to you all. Dhanyavad. Before leaving, I declare that this e-conference is now inaugurated, and let us all look forward to deliberations which will prove definitely fruitful. Thank you.